Hi, my name is Sam Lyons, and I work with businesses and help them in the area of coaching and some consultancy. And I made a promise to myself that I will create a small guide over the last few days of April, as this is Stress Awareness Month. And I have some experience with dealing with stress. I'm sure we all do. Especially over the last 12 months, I feel perhaps stress has been something which a lot of people have probably been experiencing more so than normal. Stress in itself is something which everybody deals with in their own way. And some people may get stressed over what we may consider small, whilst others get stressed differently. Stress in itself is something that you feel in a form of pressure, and sometimes this can be in a healthy form, and then at another point it gets into a very unhealthy form. So over the next 4 days, I'm just going to give some little tips that you can use to both recognize stress and to alleviate it and deal with it and maybe build up a little bit of resilience. And today's tip is very much about the area of awareness of stress. It's something that when I look at my own life and when I've worked for myself over the years, is that I can keep myself very busy, and busyness can be a way of hiding stress in itself. How more recently I've begun to recognize stress is in a very simple way, which is, I suppose, in the physical way. So the physical way, I think maybe a lot of people will recognize this, shows in the body form. And normally for me, I suppose it's in the neck area. I'll notice tension in this area here in the neck and in the shoulders as well. It can be hard sometimes to identify this because, again, a lot of us sitting at computers all day, maybe not in the direct position, and that can be in itself add to the stress of the situation. And actually, one way that I do to reduce my stress is I do think a lot about my posture when sitting on a computer for a long period of time. And I try to keep my feet flat on the ground as much as possible. You can also change the screen position. I think a lot of people know this themselves, but that in itself can relieve stress. To be aware, awareness is the first step to actually changing something. So becoming aware of, are you stressed, is the first step to changing it. And some very simple tips that you can do to help alleviate stress when you're noticing it at the beginning is to just stop what you're doing and to take more breaks. I feel we live in a world where it can be very busy, and taking a break is something which a lot of people don't do, and they say they're too busy to do it. And this is something that definitely adds to stress. And I know this one very well. So remember, take breaks. Actually, the World Health Organization recommends that we stand up every 30 minutes, which is actually really good for our hearts. And it doesn't mean you have to take a 10-minute break, but even just walk around for 10 seconds every 30 minutes can be of enormous benefit. And again, just changing and breaking. Another one I think that we are all, or a lot of us are very prone to doing, is having our lunches at our desks. And this is one that you really need to be aware of. So you don't have to take it at lunchtime. Just find time to break away from what you're doing. Go for a walk. Take some time for yourself. Read a part of a book. Eat some food, if food is something you like doing. Drink some water. Get out into the sunshine when it's available. Take a break. And take more than one break. I think we know that this is something which we probably have a habit of leaving till the very end of the day. We try to get everything done. It's a bit like driving the car and you don't want to take a break to stop to go for a toilet break or buy something to eat because you might lose your space. It really adds to the stress. So take breaks. And then my last tip for that in relation to stress relating to this, it's a very simple one about breaks as well, is finish work when you're meant to finish work. Try not to take work home. I know it's hard. Again, as a being self-employed person, I did this for years, brought my laptop home, and just very simply have times when you say, this is my finish time. I'm currently here at past probably my finish time today. So there you go. So have shut off times and try not to take your laptop home, or try not to just open your laptop or your work or whatever it is that you're working on when you get home. Have your downtime, whatever that downtime is, whether it's talking to friends or whatever. So, yeah, so simply three things: be aware of your posture and how you're sitting. Can be a really big change to it. So, I really do find feet flat on the ground is a bit more grounding and helps reduce my stress. Taking breaks again every 30 minutes if you can stand up. If you have to do it every hour, just break just have a little bit of breaks. And then actual breaks like lunch breaks are very important. Whether you eat or whether you just go for a walk. And the final one again, remember to unplug and turn off and not keep taking your workout at weekends and at night time. So I hope that's of some help to you. Try a couple of them, see if it helps reduce your stress. And over the next 3 days, I'll offer some more tips. Thank you. Good evening. Bye bye.